You take Manchester United, you take Chelsea, you put them together, you put Mason Mount in there, and all of a sudden you have a calamity. And the reason it's a calamity is because there's PR spin left, right, and centre. We've got one camp saying Mason Mount never wanted to leave the club in the first place. We've got the second camp saying we're walking away, with the Times reporting that. But then you got Fabrizio Romano, Ben Jacobs, and Ornstein coming out with, no, the negotiations are still happening. The deal is definitely not off. Ten Hag wants this player. The player wants to go. Who are we meant to believe? Let's break this down. I've got all the little details because the breakdown has been crazy. I'm even recording this at night time right now. And then we've got Christian Pulisic. It looks like he's off ski to Lyon, AC Milan, Juventus, and Inter Milan are all interested in his player. What's going to happen? The fee will blow your mind. And finally, after Edouard Mendy gets announced, apparently Chelsea are going in for Diego Costa. Not the striker, the goalkeeper. The really good one. The one that everybody wants when they've got a penalty against them. But the fee is crazy and I'm a little bit scarred paying £70 million for a goalkeeper. Let's get in. Welcome to the Kavkas View, here. And if it's your first time, well, you already know what it is. This is a football related channel where I talk about the latest sagas surrounding Chelsea and any other big news that happens in the footballing world. But all I ask for you guys is you guys made it this far, hit that like button. It really goes a mile and a half, I promise you. So we're aiming for 1,000 likes on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're aiming for 30k by the end of July. And finally, the biggest one of all, follow me on Instagram in the pinned comments, the best place for you guys to reach out to me and ask your football related questions. But you didn't come here for that, you came here for the news. Let me give it to you. Alright, now this is a little bit hilarious, right? Because we're getting just briefs left, right and centre. Look, the reality is when a situation gets a little bit sticky and a situation starts getting carried away, Manchester United do what they do best and they start briefing the media. They start giving them everything. Journalists are thirsty. They're running around like Scar in Lion King, just begging to get some sort of power. And in this case, they got briefed at the Times. There's no way around it. Allegedly, Manchester United have walked away from the negotiations. They felt insulted by Chelsea's offer and they were offended by the fact that Chelsea settled the Kovacic deal in such a swift manner. Well, let me explain to you why. The reason we settled the Kovacic deal with Manchester City in such a swift manner is because Manchester City came to us and they said, look, we know you want to get rid of Kovacic. What is your evaluation of the player? We said 35 million. They said it's 20. We negotiated with them and got up to 30 million pounds. All of a sudden, surprise, surprise, the player leaves. Manchester United and Mount. Let's talk about how this happened. They came to us. We said 80 million pounds. Our boy costs 80 million pounds sterling. Great British pounds. What do you want? Oh, we'll give you 40 million. So you want him for half price. Okay, we'll give you 45. What, you want some fries with that? Okay. Best offer we can give you, 55 plus 5. We'll give you a counter offer, 58 plus 7. We'll get you to that 65 mark. You know what? We're still giving you 15 million off the record. But you know what? He's a good player. Hold that. You don't want it. So now, all of a sudden, you're getting offended that we're getting offended for not giving you the player. Doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Reality is Manchester United have bluffed this move away. And the reality is you have overpaid for Jadon Sancho on so many, on that occasion. You've overpaid for Anthony. You've overpaid for Martinez. You've overpaid for Casemiro. And we know you've got money to blow. So guess what? We're taking you to the cleaners. We're taking you to the cleaners like somebody takes somebody in a divorce to the cleaners. We are taking you for every little cent you have available and we are eligible for. And in this case, Mason Mount is the divorcee and we're getting paid every little penny for getting rid of him. So the reality is we're in control. You can brief the media all you want that you're going to walk away from this deal. And what makes me laugh is they're going in for Caicedo. Caicedo. Alright, let's talk about this. Caicedo's worth at least 80 million pounds. This is what Ben Jacobs said. We talked about this in the video yesterday. You're moaning about paying 65 million pounds for Mount. You're moaning about not wanting to go above the value. Some people are saying, hold on. But they don't want to pay this money, Alex, because it's out of principle. So what, you're going to go pay 80 million for Caicedo? I thought, where's the principle gone now? And more importantly, Mason Mount's your number one choice. If Mason Mount's your number one choice, why on earth are you going to pay more money for not your number one choice? It doesn't make sense to me. It's just the way Manchester United do business. Fabrizio's come out, Ben Jacobs come out, apparently Ornstein's come out, apparently more people have come out now saying, look, the deal's not off. This is just a negotiation. This is how it's going to work. Manchester United threatened to walk away from the deal. Chelsea called their bluff. All of a sudden, after the backlash, now they want to walk away. But the reality is the deal will get done somewhere near 60 million pounds. Maybe not 60 exactly, sadly, the terms and conditions will change and the add-ons will change, or maybe the number offered originally will change, but the deal will get done eventually. Look, the reality is Mount has said too much indirect for us to forgive him. A lot of the fan base is not going to forgive him. A lot of the fan base will forgive him. But the reality is, Mason Mount is as good as gone, guys. He wants to go. United want him. Chelsea want him gone. The equation adds up. Like, basic mathematics, right? Well, let's just look at it from this standpoint. Chelsea want him gone. For Chelsea to want him gone, there needs to be a buying club. Manchester United want to buy him. They've agreed terms with Mount, which means Mount wants to join him. Realistically speaking, it's just basic mathematics. He's out of it. Adios, amigo. So the reality is, he's gone. I think it's just a matter of time. This deal might be dragged out a little bit. Say bye to Mount. Don't get your hopes up. I think how the mighty have fallen, because when Christian Pulisic joined, I heard everything. The next Eden Hazard. The next Captain America. The next future of left wingers. It looks like Mr. Christian Pulisic is going to be leaving Chelsea. And he's not leaving with a good transfer value. He's not leaving with his ego intact. He's leaving for 20 million euros. And that is beyond embarrassing. The reason why I think he's going to be leaving for that value, and the reason why I think he's going to be leaving in the first place, is the guy gets a lot of money. And one of the reasons he gets so much money is because he is marketable as hell. He is the poster boy for North America. Let's not beat around the bush. The guy is super marketable. He comes from America. That's 50 different states that rate him. And then if you think about Mexican fans, if you think about, Dominican fans, if you think about the islands, the Caribbean islands, they all rate him as well. I was just in the Dominican. They talk about Christian Pulisic like he's the next biggest thing. And the Canadian fans, they rate him as well because it's what's marketed to them. It's what's posterized for them. So you need to understand that this is the representative of CONCACAF. Is Pulisic a bad player? No. Pulisic's actually a good player. I just think Pulisic's not of the level of Chelsea Football Club at where Chelsea were. Not where Chelsea are right now, at where Chelsea were and want to get. Pulisic needs to go somewhere where he's going to play regularly and just rebuild his confidence, rebuild his career. I think Pulisic could walk into Spurs. I think Pulisic can go and play for West Ham. I think Pulisic can go somewhere like an AC Milan, and maybe a Roma. And guess what clubs are interested in him? Juventus, AC Milan, Lyon. So he's not even going bottom of the barrel. But they all know, and L'Equipe is reporting it, Lyon's #1 priority is Christian Pulisic. For that precise reason. Good player, marketability. Guys, this is a massive deal and it could get done. The issue is everyone's reporting a loan. 20 billion euros is not unreal. Like 20 million euros is actually very fair for the player that they're going to get. I really hope they jump the cord and go and get the player. I really hope we get Pulisic off our book. Not just for us, for him. I really want him to go and recreate his career. I see how he plays for America. I really like the US men's national team. I'm not going to lie to you. There's a lot of players I like on that team. Gio Reyna, like him. Brendan Harrison, I like him. Timothy Weah, decent player. Flo Balogun, very good player. Ricardo Pepe, I like him. I like Mensah. I like Adams. I like Weston McKennie. I like, Serginho Dest. Don't mean I want them all at Chelsea, but I like their team. Add Pulisic to that mix. That's a good call for 2026. He needs to be playing. He needs to get himself ready for that World Cup. And it's not going to happen at Chelsea. The final story is about Diego Costa. So Porto are in a little bit of financial difficulty. The bank is forcing them to sell. They come into the door like the bailiff. They're slapping the door and they say, look, you need to be selling. And the reality is they need to apparently make 70 million euros or 50 million euros, if I'm not mistaken, by the end of the year. And the reality is they're going to have to. So what's going on? A Bola, journalist company, I think it's like a website or a newspaper in Portugal, they're linking with Diego Costa to Chelsea. They said the minute Mendy gets done, Chelsea are going to switch their attitude towards Diego Costa. They believe he's the best goalkeeper in the world. However, the hiccup here is that the one and only Porto said, nah, we're not selling for anything cheaper than 70 million euros. Guys, we've got a problem here. 70 million euros is a lot of money. I understand that's the value they want, and I understand why they're going to ask. I hope the bank put a little bit of pressure on them, and I hope they force this move through, because we need a goalkeeper. my hair is going to go even grayer with Kepa in goal for another season. We can't be having that. I think Kepa's a decent goalkeeper. Nothing special. We need special in goal. Special is how you get back to where we belong. And that's where the top of the league, competing with Manchester City. So let's be honest and let's keep an eye on this. But I wouldn't get too excited about the links with Diego Costa. I think he's going to be so expensive. And I think the next big deal that we're going to get done is after Jackson, or Nicholas Jackson, I don't know how to pronounce his name, it's going to be Caicedo. I think Caicedo is the one we're going to get done. That's going to take a few weeks, and then after, maybe we might go in for a goalkeeper. However, we've got Selena, the US international. I don't know whether they're just going to get a little stopgap goalkeeper just to give Selena some time to develop and then maybe get back into the team. But that's just going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on. But for now, guys, this was the Kavkas View. I hope you lot enjoyed the video. I hope you lot appreciate me recording at this time to make sure you get a video on Sunday. Tomorrow, I've got a busy day ahead, so I thought I'd get some content done early on. But peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely day. Bye.